Okay, we're going to get started. We're doing today's presentation on B2B industry and then starting to look at some of the solutions to compete and win business in that industry. This is partly for the couple people that are on the call and then also for the archive. So for the people on, feel free to ask questions. There's not that many people on the call, so we can be very customized to any questions you have. I'm going to go through a pretty formal presentation, but I'm going to go through it pretty quickly. My goal for today is just to really pique your interest in this industry and then introduce for the next time the real solutions to win this business and be more competitive than your competitors. B2B, before I go through the formality, B2B in general, obviously business to business. To me, again, it's a theme of mine in all these presentations that there's a competitive advantage to going after this business. There's not as many people going after it. We know there's a lot of industries, retail, restaurants that are saturated. We can still win that business. But B2B is a little more sophisticated. You got to be a little more knowledgeable. And for our sales force and the people that are keeping up on all these things, you really are in a smaller pool of people, of salespeople going after this industry, which makes it a better industry to go after. It's better also because you're usually dealing with bigger numbers in B2B since you're doing business to business. And then lastly, there's more value you can add here as well because of some of the products that are out there to lower rates on interchange instead of just lowering your rates, as you guys may or may not know. So let's go through this quickly and then just really make it more open, an open forum, and get ready for some of the products that are going to help you win this business. So, we are focused on B2B. You have lots of people here who can help you win this business if you don't spend enough time yourself to be that knowledgeable and you just kind of know on the peripheral that it's business you want to go after. So please use Jeff, Melanie, some degree myself, when you run across this business and you need help. EPSG's Merchant Services expert and trusted leader serving more than 500,000 merchants. Card usage in B2B payments market is growing. Over the past 4 years, the importance of card acceptance to your B2B customers has grown 31%. 51% of customers are willing to give up their early pay discount in favor of paying with the card at the point of purchase. B2B spends on cards is on the rise, rising from 247 billion to 290. So this is all, again, just showing you that it's a growing industry and it's dealing with big money and big businesses. I'm going to pass this on the bottom, but again, it's just showing the importance of B2B. So some of the benefits, card acceptance delivers significant benefits related to B2B. In terms of getting paid, it reduces the sales outstanding, meaning businesses wait longer for businesses to pay, especially by check. So by paying by card, they're getting their money quicker, less receivables, and cash flow in a timely manner is very important to businesses. Insurances, they get immediate approval, you get your money. There's no dealing with checks and credit checks and all that. And again, it's a better process. And then lastly, satisfying customers. A lot of customers of theirs, their businesses want to pay with credit cards. So it just helps businesses with their cash flow, not chasing people down, dealing with risk and so forth. So those are all great reasons, without even starting to talk about processing, to go after businesses that are dealing with businesses. So why should they deal with us? We're an expert in the B2B industry. We're looking for ways to help them with their businesses. We're going to help them lower their fees. We know the key to process improvement is we'll get you started and we'll teach you how to use the right technology to get you lower fees and get you money quicker. We'll help them with security in terms of PCI compliance. We have a breach protection, which is for everyone, but businesses love hearing that more than individuals. And again, no hidden fees, and we're leveraging that cash flow. So again, let's go over this in general. Remember, businesses that are dealing with other businesses are a little different type of merchant. Certainly they want to save money, and then certainly you want to focus and explain to them how it's going to help them with their cash flow. And then the cost of doing business to do that becomes well worth it. So I don't want to, again, get too involved with this, but there are different types of commercial and corporate cards that can be used. I'll read through this quickly, though. We know that merchants are concerned about fees. The technical term for what you pay your merchant services is obviously a discount. In terms of interchange, this is different than every other type of industry we deal with because we have, in the end, we're going to go through the ways to lower the actual interchange rates, not just your fees, and that's the key part. So you guys may know this, may not. There's different levels within interchange. First level is level one, includes the most basic transactions, and you get the transaction amount and the date, basically. Level two includes all level one data plus tax amount, customer code, postal code, and there's other things out there. Level three is when you get the most data, includes all level two data plus additional enhanced data, like transmitting an electronic invoice that lowers your fees more. So basically, the more information you get and that the merchant puts in, the less risk there is to the credit card company, so they pass along lower interchange rates. That's the core that you're going to be conveying to B2B companies, and then we're going to explain how they can do it. So this talks about how buying organizations use enhanced transaction data level 3. Again, businesses that are dealing with other businesses have a lot more information about their customers, and because of that, they get lower level of interchange rates. So the example here is if the merchant discount fee is 2.25, the merchant receives 488.75, and the 11 quarter fee is divided among the providers, with the card issuer earning approximately 70%. The other parties, such as Network and EBSD, share the remainder. So again, here we're talking about why would customers want to pay with a card. Again, it's just talking about the customers want to pay with it because it's easier and they get points. There's less staffing when you have to chase down collectibles and accounts receivables. There's rebates involved. And then here's the key. The data. B2B card payments can offer customers easy access to transaction data that supports ordering efforts, cardholder reconciliation, proper accounting treatment. So they'll have the more information you have about the customer, the better. And again, there's a float. Your customer receives monthly statements, aggregate purchases over the billing cycle, making one monthly payment to the issuer. So you basically have a float basically up to a month, which we all understand. But again, you got to remember these businesses in general are collecting checks from their customers in the past. And now by taking cards, it's going to help so much with their float and their receivables. We kind of went through all this already. Again, you can read it at your leisure. So now, how do you do this? There's basically gateways out there that pre-populate or allow the merchant to put in a lot more data that they may or may not have, or they can get from their customers, which are businesses, that provides more information that makes you hit this level 2 and level 3. And because of that, and it should have said level 2, 3, not level 3 and level 4, as on this page, and allows them to get basically lower interchange rates by as low as 0.2, 0.3, even 0.5%. So there's significant lower rates when you can do B2B. Paytrace was really the leader in this, and that's who most people know, and we can still use them. USAE-based try to catch up, and I believe at this point they're pretty close to Paytrace, so you should look into both when you have a B2B situation. There's a lot of gray areas here as to what information you really need and what gets pre-populated. Part of the allure of Paytrace is they kind of pre-populate these things, and even if not all information that the merchant got from their customer, you still get the lower rates by going to the higher level. So next time we're going to go into more detail about Paytrace and USA Pay and how it works, but what I want you to take away today is there are gateways out there that help the merchant pre-populate more and more information than what they do in a normal virtual terminal or obviously a physical terminal that puts in more information that allows the credit companies to say you get lower rates because there's less risk because we have more information about the customer, which creates less risk of chargeback and so forth. By doing that without you lowering your rates, you're adding value and lowering the overall interchange rates that they are not on right now unless their existing processor put them on it, which makes you look great, add a lot of value without having to discount what you make on it. If anything, you could probably make more on it because you're adding more value. And then lastly, tying back to my first point, this industry is not solicited as much. It doesn't mean there aren't people doing it, but there's a lot less people doing it. And if you focus on it to some degree as a piece of your overall pie, I think you're going to build your book in a bigger way, add more value, and still be able to make good margins on your end because you're saving so much more in the interchange end. There's a big part of what consultants out there do where there's consultants out there that take a piece of the first 1, 2, or 3 year of savings instead of making a residual. And it's amazing that you can tell people you're giving this to them for free. And that's always been the part that's been amazing, where there's consultants making lots of money by taking up to a third or half of the first year to 3 years of savings, that we're providing all that savings for free and then just making your residual. So keep that in mind when you talk to people. That's really your competition in this field. Don't spend all your time on this because there's longer lead times and sometimes harder to get the business, but it should be a part of your arsenal as you build your portfolio. I'm going to stop talking for a minute and see if you guys have any questions. If you come across this stuff, you should use the corporate office to help you with dealing with PayTrace or USA Pay to provide these better levels and lower interchange rates for your merchants. But be cognizant. And B2B can be more than you think. It's any business that's customers are businesses. Any questions? All right, we're going to have a follow-up this at some point and give you more drill down, maybe do a demonstration by PayTrace or USA Pay. I think that'd be helpful. So one question just is asking about how do you know by how much is saved if a B2B captures full billing? So it depends is the answer. There's charts that show all this, but in general, I think, Natalie, if this is what you're asking, the savings could be anywhere from about 0.3 to 0.5%. That's how much they drop the interchange rates if you provide all the proper level 3 information. There are definitely in the university, there's lots on USA Pay. If you're specifically asking for the webinar on USA Pay related to B2B, we will get something. Maybe we'll put together another webinar that deals with PayTrace and USA Pay related to B2B, if that's what you're asking. So I will work on that for later in the month or next month. In the meantime, please send questions or specifics on this, and we'll build on this. Again, don't spend all your time on this or you'll lose your momentum on your regular business, but it's something to focus on. It's such an easy place to add lots of value, again, without just trying to lower what you make on it, and that's the beauty of it. And B2B merchants are a little more sophisticated and appreciate this more than the average merchant as well. So with all that said, I hope this was helpful. Send emails and we'll try to do a follow-up on the 2 gateways so you can understand them and how it works and how the level 2 and level 3 really kicks in. Thanks, guys.